What's going on, everyone? It is Mayamba here, and welcome to another video. And today we are playing Bedwars, except I'm gonna be telling you people a little story about myself. Today's story has a little bit something to do with water slides and terror. But before I get into the video, I just want to say that if you happen to enjoy it, please leave a like, as it really does help me out a lot. The like goal to this video is 15 likes, so if we can hit that, that'd be great. And also, if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to get alerted of every video and stream. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so here we are in our first game. We're playing on Solace. There's really not much to say about that. Anyways, let's actually get started on the story. This happened one summer. I was actually at this amusement park with my family, and I actually brought along a friend of mine. So we go to this amusement. I cannot talk. I don't even know what I said. It was just blatant gibberish. Now, we haven't really been to this park in a little bit leading up to this point. We've always been to this park before when I was like really little, but nonetheless, we were here. My friend and I were having ourselves a pretty good time. I just want to say it was really hot. Of course, we were suffering because of that. We had genuine money, and we were consistently spending that on drinks. We were buying like waters, we were buying sodas. It was bad. So after we met up with my family for lunch, which we had pizza, we decided to go to the water park, since that's actually where my mom and my grandma, they were hanging over at this water park area. So we decide, my friend and I, to actually go to this water area for a little bit. And at first it seems normal. You know, we go to the lazy river to begin with, and the lazy river is pretty fun, you know, just moving around. We were consistently getting like pushed away from each other, so we would be in between strangers. That was totally fun. But nonetheless, Grace here. I know for a fact Grace here. But nonetheless, this was really fun. And I decided, you know what? I am going to do a water slide. Now, for those of you that don't really know, a water slide is... a water slide basically is a slide which has a lot of water. Just like that. But in actuality, they had about a couple of slides there. All of them were actually enclosed, which was something I did not know. So we decided, my friend and I decided to go down these slides to have fun, you know. So we go in the queue for these slides, and instantly there is a problem, because going up the set of stairs, there was a sign, and it said, "Warning. For the safety of everyone, we have a weight requirement of 250 pounds. Now, I'm just gonna say it, I am definitely overweight. Like, I'm just not even going to deny that. So, seeing this definitely gave me a little bit, actually quite a bit of anxiety. But I initially thought, you know what, this park is decently old. Maybe this was a sign from the 80s, and maybe they've made enough renovations for people to actually ride it. Well, unfortunately, that happened to not be the case, because I am actually very ignorant about the situation. So we get to the top of the water slide, and I just want to mention, this slide actually does use tubes. So to begin with, that was already a bad sign. So we proceed to get situated. My friend went first. He got on his tube and he fell down the slide. After that, I waited about a little bit, probably a couple of seconds after, and then the lifeguard gave me the go-ahead. So I got on my tube, pushed myself, and we went down the slide. Initially, all seemed good, except when you realize that it was bad. Okay, that was actually really close, I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, so we're in our second game after searching for about a couple minutes now. Anyways, I go down the slide, and I thought it wasn't gonna be so bad. And then it got steeper. So, I initially started building speed. I was probably going maybe not too fast, like probably 3-4 miles an hour. I don't know. I don't really know the actual comparisons of speed and all that. So after a little while, there comes the first turn. And this is where things go bad, and I mean bad. After the first turn, I actually flipped on my tube, and I ended up hitting my head on the slide. I hit my lip, and basically, after a little while, I stopped. As soon as I stopped, I realized I was stuck. Not stuck as in I was in a situation where I physically couldn't move. I just stopped. I had completely lost momentum. Now, for those of you that don't know, I actually am autistic, and generally, when it comes to situations like these where I'm in imminent danger, at least if I think I'm in imminent danger, I pretty much overreact, and of course, this happened to be the case. Pretty much, I heard a rule block. I pretty much overreact, I kind of panic, and the first thing that my mind tells me to do is push. So what I did was I took both of my arms and I paddled myself all the way down the slide. Now the slide's initial runtime was probably about maybe a minute and a half. The paddle time it took me was definitely 3 minutes. This was complete fear going on right now. I was pushing myself. This was literally my survival instinct. Apparently, I forgot what class taught me it, but basically everyone has like a fight or flight response, and I guess I activated that. So I was paddling myself down the slide, and I just want to preface that I had completely lost my tube at this point. My tube was long gone, never to be seen again. So I was pushing myself down the slide, and eventually, in the middle of it, things just got worse. And that was because I heard a noise. A bad noise. Now, these slides were actually right next to a bunch of other slides. There was probably about 2 or 3. Now, because of that fact, of course, there was definitely bound to be some noise heard. And I heard a noise, and it definitely did not help my case. I heard someone completely, like, shout and exclaim it. Alright, so I just want to preface that exclaimant is definitely not the word I was going for. The word that I was actually going for was holler. Basically, you know, anyone that would shout when they're experiencing an adrenaline rush. Anyways, back to the vid. Like, you know how people, especially if they're in a situation where they have a lot of momentum or weightlessness, basically they shout in excitement. Yeah, that's kind of how it was. I heard that noise and I got so scared. It made things completely worse for me, and I just pushed myself all the way down the slide even faster. And long story short, I got to the end of the slide and I fell in the pool. And I just want to say that I usually plug my nose when it comes to going underwater, so I didn't have time to react, so water got up my nose. Perfect way to end the story, am I right? So to basically recap all that has happened, I got on a water slide, I went down the slide, and I ended up in a situation where I basically had to resort to complete fear, paddling myself down the slide in order to quote-unquote survive. As a result of this story, I just want to say that I am never again in my entire life going on another water slide. And I don't know what the heck happened to Gray, but GG. Well, that is the story. I really hope you all got a kick out of that one. There's definitely some lessons to be learned here. But before we wrap up the video, I just want to say that if you happen to enjoy it, again, please leave a like. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And I'll see all of you in the very next one. Peace.